Hi, and welcome to the Daily Line at BetRepublic.com. I'm Jarvis Symes, and with me is Greg Dempson.
Greetings.
We are getting into the March Madness today. There's tons of stuff up at the site. Go by and check it out if you want to see what Greg's thinking about all of our college shows. But we've got to serve up a YouTube today just to kind of get a quick hit on the NBA and the NHL, just to kind of keep up with the system here. Two games going in the NBA tonight only. Orlando at Miami. Magic are laying 2.5 points. Greg's got a system live on this game, but this is the fourth meeting of the season, and the Heat are up 2-1. They've beaten Orlando 2-1, straight up ATS. Greg, what do you think on the over/under?
Well, Magic played last night, easy game for them. They put the boots to San Antonio big time in the second half. There's a nice situation that sets up here, Jarvis, on the under in this game. It opened at 189. It's been bet down a little bit to 188.5. You want to play teams under the total in a game involving two average defensive teams, each team allowing between 92 and 98 points per game after 42-plus games. And this is right after a contest when both teams scored a certain amount of points. This system, in this scenario, 38 and 77, 67% to the under going back 5 seasons. It's 4-1 to the under this season. Just an opinion on this game. This is the obligatory 2 TNT games tonight. Nobody's probably watching. Everyone's watching March Madness. But an opinion on the Magic and the Heat to go under the total of 188.5.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Orlando beat up San Antonio. Miami did not have the same success against the Spurs. They fell on Tuesday, ending their 3-game winning streak. The home team in this series has got a 6-2-1 ATS streak going in the last 9 meetings. That's just a trend for you. Let's go to New Orleans and Denver. Trailing 45-39 at halftime. Denver rallied, got the win for head coach Carl coming back behind the bench after an illness kept him away. And it was a good win, but it was just another example of Denver not coming out to start the game right.
Well, they've been on the road for those 4 games, and then they're back home. And they came off the road, they played at home, and they're home again tonight against New Orleans, who's on the road. There's a situation here where I had the line in this game, Jarvis, at 216. Last night it opened at 214. It's been bet up to 217 points. You're taking a road team that's failed to cover the spread, and they're running out the string right now. That's the Hornets. They failed to cover in 6 or 7 of their last 8 games, and they're playing their 3rd game in 4 days. Okay, so you want to play the over in this spot. If the over/under is greater than 210 points, when you get a total that high, it tells you there's going to be some offense. This system is 33 overs, 11 under, 74% betting the over the last 5 seasons, 26 and 10 to the over the last 3 seasons. An opinion again only on the game to go over 217 points.
And this is our sportsbetting.com slam play of the day as well. Denver 0-7 against the spread when laying double digits at home. That includes the loss the other night where they didn't cover, and a loss to these same Hornets on January 23rd. Denver laying 14.5. A lot of things going back and forth in either way, but they have not been good covering those big spreads. Let's go to hockey, Greg. New Jersey's playing in Toronto tonight. Devils have really picked things up lately, but so have the Maple Leafs, getting home wins against Edmonton and Tampa Bay, getting road wins against Ottawa. Really stepped things up, and part of the play has been the play of rookie goaltender Jonas Gustafsson. It's been a bit of a healthy battle between him and Jaguar and net, and tonight they're hosting Devils. Devils are laying 125 on the road.
Well, yeah, this is funny. When you read this, we've used this system on this show, I'm going to say a half dozen times, and it just seems strange when you discuss this pertaining to the Toronto Maple Leafs. But you want to play a home team under the total when the over/under is 5.5 goals. If that team's off of a blowout win by 3 or more goals, which of course applies to Toronto when they defeated Ottawa. Yes. So you want to play an opponent that just played a game, New Jersey, where there were 7 or more combined goals scored. You marry these two together. In the last 5 seasons, 51 overs, 107 unders, Jarvis, 68% to the under. And this season, it's been gold. Money in the bank, 40 games this season, 29 out of the 40 games, it's gone under the total. An opinion only on this game, New Jersey, Toronto, under 5.5 goals.
I mentioned the 2 wins Toronto had recently against Tampa Bay and Edmonton, but they also had a win to start the streak against the Boston Bruins. Boston is in action tonight, hosting the Pittsburgh Penguins. Boston's laying 140. The over-under on that game is 5.5, under 135. And the big story to this game is Matt Cook, Mark Savard. Last time these teams met 11 days ago, Savard was injured with a grade 2 concussion. Cook did not get a suspension from it, but there's a story of how much Boston's going to try and repay this one on the ice. Right now, Boston's 8th in the Eastern Conference, 3 points behind Philly. 3 points ahead of the Rangers. I got to say, Boston can't just be thinking about revenge in this game. It's funny because this game actually qualifies for the same system that is live on that Toronto-New Jersey game.
You're right.
And Greg, what was your score projected on this game when you handicapped it?
The game you're talking about here, I had it under the total by about 1.2 goals, Jarvis.
1.2 goals. Now, I looked at this game and thought, if these teams come out chippy and they come out trying to play to win, it's going to be a lot of penalties. The refs know the story to this game just as well as we do. They're not going to let a lot get away early. Now, you look at a lot of power play opportunities. That means a lot of open ice. Open ice could lead to a lot of scoring. I looked at the power play ratings for these games, or for these teams, and Boston is 18th in the league. The Pittsburgh Penguins are 21st in the league in power play. We also know, again, Malkin is out of this game, so that's one of the scoring threats gone. I've taken it all into account. And I think that with the goaltending that's improved with Boston lately, Rask and Thomas both play a little better. Thomas had an off day against the Devils the other night, but I think he could get the start at home. I think that we're going to get some good goaltending, a bit more of a defensive game, and I like this game to stay under 5.5 goals. I know it's a lot of juice, but I'm willing to lay the 135.
It's an official selection.
Official selection, you've got it.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play that one under, and I'm also going to play the other one under because you know Murphy's Law. Play one, don't play the other. You know what happens.
That's right. So just wrapping things up today, my only official selection is on Boston and Pittsburgh to stay under 5.5 goals. You've got some opinions for the NBA. Go by betrepublic.com if you want to check out the game report on each of those NBA games. Got injury news, trends, player updates, all sorts of situations there. Plus, the information Greg has provided on the NCAA March Madness tournament is unbelievable. Got off to a nice start this morning, Greg. BYU is solid. We'll see you at the site, you guys. Thanks for joining us. For everyone here at betrepublic.com, I'm Jarvis Symes.
And I'm Greg Dempson.
We'll see you next time.